Hello, gamer! Hope you're doing okay today. Just gonna close my door. I'm ready. Get my blood pumping. Doing a trial first thing tonight. Alright, let me switch over to live screen since I hadn't yet. There's a very nice attendant who's gonna take me back to the place I need to be. Ugh! With the nice song again. Alright. Well, let's oh, it's such a good song. Also, just a little detail I like about the cutscene that we had like last time. Like Emmett, once Artbird had joined up with Duache, Emmett was like looking, and then you saw like an Amaratine, like one of the ancients, and so before her soul was too like fragmented for him to recognize it, but then it was like, oh no, this person. Oops, my friend, my former friend, hello. I am not fighting you. Oh, hold on, let me actually, before I completely fuck this up. There we go. Alright, let's see, now that we have ample time, if someone wants to beat Grandpa's ass together with me. Yeah, and when the Exarch was like, these beams of light are gonna turn into the people that we fight with. And when he was like summoning that, he was using the same spell that he used to summon us to the first. Let us expand, contract, eon become instant. Zhup. Ah, it's so cool. Oh! Here we go. Let's go, Grandpa. Ooh, look at him! He looks so cool. Yeah, just Hades.
Show your vaunted strength, and I shall expose the lie of your fragmented existence.
In the cutscene, he was like, let's cast our titles aside, and he is the only boss in Shadowbringers that does not have an additional title. Alright.
Darkness reigns.
Oh, that means get on this side.
Flee, fool! You are a wolf! The arcane is mine to command. Bleed, fool.
Baby! Double!
Scurry and shatter.
That means spread apart, bitch.
But darkness purge.
Where is it? I don't know, TBN! Where's my TBN? Shit. I got him. I got him. No worries. Oh, hey, hello? Hey, yo! Ah! I don't know if I can fall off. Oh shit! Sorry! Okay, well, we're okay. We're okay.
I am stifled by this vessel of flesh.
Okay, Emmett. Sorry you feel that way. Oh, it's such a cool visual, though. Look at that.
The future of the stars shall be shaped by my hand.
Yeah!
I shall be raised up by the prayers of my fallen brethren. Behold, a sorcerer of El tremble before their glory.
I love that there's two Dark Knights. That means get the fuck out of the way, guys. Nice, very obvious.
Pests.
I hear you not healing the main tank. What? Oops. Sorry. Oh no! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way! Kill it. We're doing alright. We're doing alright. We are doing a-okay. Oh no.
This place will be your tomb.
Get on the circle, 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 please. Ugh. If you don't do that, you insta-die. Everyone insta-dies. Because it inflicts doom on you.
Proud despair.
Ah! Okay, time to spam.
My dormant breath, dream now of a dark tomorrow.
Okay.
Gathered might must reclaim its vain reflections. In Zodiac, I beseech you.
Light within our champions grows faint. There we go. Yes!
Was the woman's right about free? No. Damn you. Damn your wretched blessing.
Get him! Get his ass! LB3, get his ass! Come on! Make it happen, baby! Woo!
You have no power over me.
Ah, such a good trial. I love it. That was so fun. Oh, good team, good team. I'm the only one left. Oh. Yeah. Just love those not serious at all outfits. Alright, are you ready for the end? Here we go.
Will not yield. Should I surrender this fight, what will become of it all? What will become of our dreams? Our desire? Enough, damn you!
Go, Thanker, go! Yeah, everybody's here!
Such infernal strength!
I love this visual. Yeah. Earthbird's axe. Ugh.
Remember. Remember us. Remember that we once lived.
Bye, Emmett. Phew. Oh, man.
It's over. Emmett Selk is no more.
More importantly, how do you fare?
What dost thou see?
Her ether. It is as it used to be. As a disciple of Zodiac, the Ascian was the darkness to your light. I can but assume that when you set your strength against his, the light within you was spent.
No, it's more than that. Under the strain of that incredible flood of ether, your soul had begun to break apart. Yet now it seems somehow restored. I tried to help you before the battle, but Emmett Selk stopped me. So, how did you... exactly what did you... Can you tell us what happened?
I had help from a hero of this world.
I see.
Where to start? I believe I owe you all an apology. And you, most especially.
It's good to see you awake, Rahatia. Oh.
Well, 'tis good to be awake.
Tiny don't have to keep any more secrets after 100 years. Oh man.
So, those mad souls dove straight into the ocean over there, did they?
All I could see from here was the whale, Master Chai.
'Twas surely Alphino and those friends of his. They did something heroic, mark my words. You need only look up there for proof of that.
As you say, my love. They're sure to be back. Any moment now. Any moment.
They are coming back, aren't they? I couldn't bear the thought of...
There, dear. Everything will be all right.
There, look! Over there, over the beach!
Ho there! Greetings!
You all right?
Welcome back!
Ah, the beautiful sky.
I didn't think we'd be swimming the whole way back. Heavens. Heavens. Take me.
Alphino! Oh, hells.
Aw. Poor Alfie.
Wait! Where's Urianger?
Oops.
He must have fallen behind.
But shouldn't we look for him?
He'll wash up, sooner or later. For the love of... Alphino!
Welcome back, dear ones!
And thus did salvation come to the first. The lamps of Amarot will fade along with Emmett Selk's enchantments, and the depths shall be as once they were. Mount Gulg will one day fall, and the Talos below yield to wind and rain. This tale, too, will fade with time, passing into legend as the world heals and moves on. Nevertheless,
you can't see it because of my stream thing, but Urianger was washed up in the bottom left of the screen. He's okay.
As ether obeys the cycle, as death and decay gives way to new life,
oh, our burp's still with us. Miss friends.
so too do the memories we share inspire others to rise to greatness. For we who walk before may lead those who walk after. Your road goes ever on, as does your story, as does your legacy. Such is the hero's lot, to touch the lives of countless others.
Excuse me? You're the Warrior of Darkness, aren't you? Where are you from, really? And how did you get to be so strong?
I love that. Oh, there we go! We did it. I needed your support. Especially last stream, I needed some, like, mental support. Alright, let's have a little chit-chat with everybody before we go back. I knew the Knights Blessed were amongst the revelers, but the Crystarium was so crowded, I thought it safe to speak my true name. Poor Runar and his ilk were gripped with panic. As you may recall, it is customary not to reveal one's true name outside of family and ceremony. Yet when I hurried to explain that all present were like family, I was greeted with an outpouring of tears. Ah, an emotional people, the Blessed. That's cute. It would seem I don't know my own limits. I had thought to push on till dawn, but my body had other plans. Still, I did enjoy the carousing while it lasted. Even I need to forget my cares every now and then. What I don't need is to wake up to Alphino smirking at my bedside. He said my face was a rare sight while I slept. Gods, I hope I wasn't drooling. It would seem that the city celebrated long into the night. Not that I would know. As embarrassing as it is to admit, I woke to find myself in the infirmary, having apparently collapsed from exhaustion. My aching pride was somewhat soothed by the sight of Alisaie asleep in the bed next to mine. She must have been just as weary. Long has it been since I've seen her face so peaceful in repose. Ah, 'twas a rare tranquil morning, made unforgettable by the sight of those clear blue skies. Oh, Dwashe, are you well? No ill after effects? To my eyes, you seem completely healed. It really is a miracle. Speaking of happy surprises, I was amazed to see the crowd that greeted our return. I hadn't realized just how many people we met along the way. And did you see their smiles? Right then and there, I vowed to do whatever I could to keep that joy from fading. People came from moms around to join the festivities, but most seem to have stumbled home by now. Even so, I dare say Norvrand will echo to the sound of clinking mugs for some while yet. I thought to indulge in a little revelry myself last night, until Urianger began to list all the names of my drunken conquests. I ended up drinking water. Water. Why do you keep a list of all the people he slept with? That is not a straight activity, good sir. Are you perhaps wishing you were one of his drunken conquests? I think you do. Look into my eyes and tell me that is not true. I'm waiting. The ending to this tale hath been a joyous one indeed. Myriad were the lessons learned, yet there is one of particular import. 'Tis imperative that I master magics to grant my feet purchase upon water, or else allow me to part the sea at will. I must needs visit Bismarck in due course and scrub his teeth in thanks. Mayhap the airy arts of a fairy will might be imparted to mortal men? We shall see. We shall see. There's no straight explanation for that.
By your deeds has the blinding light been banished from these skies, and the Sin Eaters driven to retreat. Although our many hurts will be years in the mending, I have faith that this world and her people will one day be whole once more. With no rejoining in prospect, the Source need no longer fear the coming of an 8th umbral calamity.
And with that triumph, the future from which you came will no longer come to pass. Yet here you still stand.
So I do. I wonder if that other age continues onward somehow, cut adrift from time's flow. Or have I simply etched myself a place upon this new block of history? Either way, this is an unexpected development. As the summoner of your souls, my death was meant to release you back to your world. Yet I am very much alive, and you are still stuck here in the First.
I believe I speak for us all when I say that we are happy to postpone our return if it means your life is spared. We will seek out another way.
Besides, I never had any intention of rushing home. There are people here I still need to thank, and this means I might actually have time to do so.
Yet we dare not neglect our comrades in the Source. Mistress Tataru, to name but one, will be most anxious to know how things stand with us.
So, you'll just have to make the journey alone for the moment. Be sure and give a full report to our fellow Scions, would you? Oh, and we'd also appreciate any news you can bring us from back home.
Then I see no reason to delay. I can open the path from here.
I imagine we each have matters demanding our attention, so let this be a farewell for us all. Send word when you've resummoned our friend. Oh, and do try to ensure she arrives within the city next time.
Of course. I shall strive for utmost accuracy. No strange forests or unplanned passengers, I promise.
I'm a little relieved, to be honest. I would have been terribly lonely if everyone had suddenly disappeared. But I understand that you have to go. Safe journey, warrior of darkness. I hope to see you again soon.
Just a moment while I attune the portal. Then you can be on your way. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short. And then one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me in the flesh. A hero who looked at the horizon and beyond and saw I knew not what. All I knew was that I would give anything to stand at that hero's side. Would that it was so easy. The glory of the heavens was ever beyond the grasp of those who never thought to reach for it. But if I have gained anything from all of this, it is the courage to stretch out my hand. Do you hear me, Grahatia? This is no time for sleeping.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the source Graha is like maybe like a week into his nap or something, you know? Like a month. Oh, meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace in the source. Oh shit. They've infiltrated the palace. Oh boy. Ghostinian go.
To the west gate. I want to know what's happening there.
Same as the others. Struck down with a single blow. An unfortunate day to draw guard duty. Forgive me. These were your people.
We took advantage of this slaughter to slip into the palace. 'Tis not for me to grieve them.
Fair enough.
That was the Emperor.
Wait! Ugh.
Uranians!
Gaius, you've missed your part in this, I'm afraid.
Identify yourself, demon!
You were hoping for the Ascian? The Craven shed this skin and fled, rather than face me. A pity. I was looking forward to crossing blades with myself. But I cannot deny the feeling of satisfaction. Body and soul reunited at last.
What now? The game continues, but the pieces have changed.
Only if we trust in a paragon's words. A mistake I do not intend to repeat.
Yeah, he was tricked by La Habrea before.
He speaks the truth. Elidibus is gone. Tore a hole into the rift. Xenos, my foolish, greedy son. Was a second life not enough? Was the Empire too rich a prize to ignore?
Do you know your own son? He doesn't give a fuck about
True
that.
freedom for our nation, our people, will never be won by a spoiled princeling. The burden of this throne is beyond you.
'Tis you, father, who have struggled with this burden. Simply holding the Empire together has occupied your limited faculties. But you may take comfort in knowing that I have no intention of pursuing your tedious agenda. Nor am I interested in ruling over the Empire's lands. I came only to remove that which ruins my sport. I will not have my prey stolen by your petty wars and cowardly weapons.
You would kill me just for that.
I need no other reason. Any and all who interfere with my hunt will not do so twice! I heard the Ascians speak of Zodiac and Eidolon. Even the will of this star is but a construct of our own making. We shall gorge upon their strength, and then, my friend, our contest shall begin anew.
Xenos!
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, maybe he's a little bit in love with Toashe if he killed his dad for her. Absolutely unhinged behavior, but also kind of good for us, because now we're not gonna get neurotoxined. Everybody's a little bit in love with Toashe. Some are just, you know, have a different way of showing it. But... Toashe, is it really you? Hello. But how? When? We didn't think you'd be back for ages. Time moves in mysterious ways. Right, so it does. The reports you had delivered by that excitable little pixie said as much. As for the situation on this side, the Imperials are still eyeing our forces from afar. From what I'm told, the Garlean armies have been slow to react and seem reluctant to commit to any large-scale engagements. It's an odd sort of stalemate. Otherwise, we've yet to see any sign of that awful Black Rose weapon we were warned about. Oh, but I suppose we did call in an old friend to help out on that count. Hee hee. Kral and I had a terrible time tracking him down, though it will be worth it to see the look on your face when you find out who it is. Anyway, I was just about to make contact with this helper of ours, and then confirm the latest news from the front. Might you fancy having a rest while I do? Sure. Ah, the Warrior of Light, back where she belongs, just as if nothing had happened. Though you do seem different somehow. You'll have to tell me all about your adventures when we next have a spare moment. Until then, welcome back. Well, there it is. Oh, another cutscene. Hello, Elidibus. Back on the moon, sir. Oblivion has claimed him. Oh yeah, definitely. It's the receptionist vibes. Oh shit. This does mean that Elidibus is the only one left of the Unsundered. Emmett Selk gone. La Habrea gone. I alone remain, the last of the Unbroken. Once more, I am moved to reevaluate the potential of these tattered souls. Ah, Xenos, never did I dream you could overpower me so completely, possessed as I was of your body and all its uncanny strength. And now that I have shared with you the truth of this world and its reflections, who can predict how events will unfold? Not I. Emissary, what a poor jest that title has become. The flow of history has become muddled, its currents wild beyond my capacity to direct them. You have wrested the advantage, Hydaelyn. The thieving hands of your disciples tighten their grip on our star. The origins of the world remain hidden and its inhabitants ignorant of their broken existence, just as you and your creators desired. They celebrate the gift of imperfect life, uncaring, unknowing as we weaken and fade. But do not imagine yourself rid of us. Though your champion has indeed proven the most egregious obstacle to our ascendance, a barbed thorn in my side, she may yet be removed and cast into the abyss. Oh yes, it can be done. I will keep these heroes mired in the first, and victory will be ours at the last. Warriors of darkness now, are they? Then their fate is decided. They shall meet the same end as those who came before, death at the hands of the warriors of light. Oh, and this is a teaser for the Raid series. It seems you were right. Yes, there is something out there. But it would mean crossing moms and moms of this infernal emptiness, which is rather unhealthy for living creatures as I understand it. Even were we to restrict ourselves to brief forays, I don't like to imagine the effect it would have on our ether. But you still want to go, don't you? We may have saved the world, but we haven't reclaimed it. When you put it that way. What choice do we have? Well, of course I'm going with you. That's what family's for, isn't it? Come, let's head back and prepare for this mad journey of yours. Thank you, Thancred.
Family, ooh!
I do think the Raid series is kind of fun, so if I run out of shit to do, I might, Oh, look at that! What is that? I might, do it on stream. Though blazing skies give way to gentle night, what hand can end the war of dark and light? You have completed the main scenario quest Shadowbringers. Blah blah blah. New job-related quests. New content at the Crystarium. Very cool. Alright, alright. Ooh. I know I said we were gonna jump right into the job quests in the first, but I actually want to show you the level 80 Dark Knight quest first, because that's kind of quick. Yeah, I like that. Oh man. Alright. That was great. I love that Riel just keeps dunking on Sid. It's very funny. Grown-ass man gets his feelings hurt by a child. Alright. Should we... I want to save the healer quests for next time, for last, because I think it is the best. So we're gonna save the best for last. So I think I'm just gonna start with tank, since I'm a tank right now anyway. So yeah, these quest lines deal with the backstories for Artbird's companions and for Artbird himself as well. And I have no idea how quickly we're gonna get through these, so we will see. Because you usually, like, do them in between the story stuff, but... Ugh. You can do that in New Game Plus. Hello, sir. Ooh, you're a Dark Knight as well. Perfect. Can't say I've chatted with you before. Think I'd remember if I had. Seen your fair share of fighting, have you? And wary besides. Huh. Rest assured, I have no secret designs. Name's Granson. Bounty hunter by trade, mostly sin eaters. When I first laid eyes on you, I had a feeling you were a tough bastard. The sort that must get mistaken for that warrior of darkness folks have been talking about recently. That right? Easy, killer. I couldn't care less who you are or what you've done. The only thing I'm looking for these days is a like-minded hunter. Someone willing to join me in the hunt for the biggest prize this side of Northrend. Prize, you say? Blah blah blah. Huh. Thought that would grab your attention. Oh boy. Dikaiosine. Okay. Dikaiosine's the fiend I'm after. One of the so-called cardinal virtues, as folks are wont to call them. Nice words, thanks guys. There were hopes that somehow the death of Vothri and the Wardens might have put an end to Dikaiosine, but alas no. Seems the rules that bind other sin-eaters don't apply to the virtues. Former warriors of light, the esteemed heroes who saved the realm a century ago. Dear old Brandon was one of them, I'm told. Stop me if you've heard this all before. Anyway, like his comrades, Brandon died in the process, only to return relatively recently as a sin-eater. The better to torment we few who survived their mercy. Needless to say, I aim to put an end to all that. You've heard the pitch, so what's the answer? You interested in hunting Dikaiosine with me? Sure. Not a whit of hesitation. I like you, sinner. Nevertheless, I'll need you to humor me and prove you're the dab hand I think you are. For my sake as well as yours. I've heard reports of stray eaters drifting close to the Crystarium. Come with me and put my mind mind at ease. He. There's no... We're not scions, only sinners. Become one with the dark. There you are. Very good. The Sin Eaters we're after were sighted west of the Ascensor Gate, so we'll need to head through there before we begin our search. Oh, and if you happen to have any objections to killing Eaters for sport, remember that many were once innocent people. You'll be doing them a favor putting them out of their misery. Ah. Can kill you easier.
Yep.
Ah, I know, right? I wish it was a better class. Like, it's very, like, Paladin is the worst, but, like, damage-wise, but I think Paladin feels the best to play. But, like I said at the beginning of Shadowbringers, Dark Knight is about looking cool as hell while eating complete shit. Good. Clean work. This is clearly not your first time. Let's do this once more just to confirm it wasn't a fluke, though. Besides, the world could do with less Sin Eaters. Follow me. It shouldn't be much further. Yeah, that'll do. You're exactly the sort of person I've been looking for, and thank the gods for that. My apologies for subjecting you to such a silly task, but I'd rather not have an amateur's death on my conscience. Let's head back to the Wandering Stairs and make this official, shall we? I hope you liked Shadowbringers, by the way. I kind of rushed past that, I just realized. But I hope you thought it was good. That you enjoyed the story. Yeah. And also, I don't know if that is just my feeling, but I also kind of like that killing Emmett doesn't feel that good. Like, you're just like, oh man. Wish we could have worked together, man. Could have done a lot of good. Last game that... Oh, it's definitely a tragic victory. The last game that kind of made me feel that way was actually the Forsaken expansion for Destiny 2. By the end, you find out that basically this guy who has done terrible things, I'm not gonna say that he has not, but he's been basically like mind-fucked by a space wish-granting space dragon into like thinking it's his sister, like calling to him from beyond the grave, like to bring her back to life. Yep. And ooh, maybe I should do that when I've run out of Final Fantasy stuff. Maybe I should stream Destiny 2. I'll think on it. But like, and you do end up killing him. And it just like, man, it does not feel good. It feels really bad. And by the end I was just like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Ooh. I had to kind of the same feeling. Yeah. Definitely. Like even when yeah. And even when Solstice was going after Lozar, I was like, oh, this feels weird. This is weird. I don't like this. Like, I know why, but like it just felt very strange. Oh man. Well, I'm glad it came across as intended, because it definitely was like, don't know about this. Alright, so just to make sure you're still keen on our arrangement, Tuashe, will you join me and hunt the dread fiend Dikaiosine and put an end to this accursed existence? Excellent, then it's settled. Now, every hunt begins with an investigation, and ours is no exception. Dikaiosine can be a rather difficult eater to pin down. But before we commence ours, we would do well to attend to our respective preparations. Let me know when you're ready to proceed. Let's go. All set to embark on our great hunt, Tuashe? Then let us be about it. Before you ask, I've no intention of leading us out into the wilds without even an inkling of Dikaiosine's whereabouts. Northrend may not be a particularly large realm, even before the flood, but it'd take us a dozen lifetimes to scour every nook and cranny. So we'll start by asking around a place I know for a fact the Kaiosine has attacked before. The village of Wright on Colusia. While I don't have a reason to believe he will return, I'd like to think that the survivors might know something of value. After all, you can be sure that they haven't forgotten the day that bastard came through. So let us be off then. Oh, feed the hungry boy. Actually, I'm gonna take this opportunity to have a little bathroom break because I forgot. So I will be right back as well. Shit, I forgot to put it on break. Well, never mind. On break. Welcome to Wright. I reckon it might not seem like much to you, but to me? Never mind. We'll save that conversation for after. Tracking down the Kaiosine is what matters right now. Welcome back. Could you maybe look up if the Kaiosine means anything? I would look it up, but I don't wanna take up too much time. It sounds like it should mean something. It's a very specific sounding name. Let's split up and ask after the bastard. Better odds of turning up useful information that way, I'd wager. It sounds a little bit Greek. Huh? Where did you come from? And what do you want with me? Personified spirit of righteousness and justice. She was closely related to DK. Justice. Ah! Righteousness and justice. Well, he is a paladin, so that makes sense. Interesting. The Kaiosine, that tries them eater, that's a spitting image of the Gulgent Knight. That the Kaiosine. I can't help you. All I know is that when he came, he... Wicked White, if you had seen the carnage, you would... I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. Or maybe not a good boy. Ah! What do you want with me? The Sin Eater? The one that came and killed everyone? Oh gods, is he here? Then why are you talking about him? Oh, I knew I should have stayed inside. There's nothing but death out here now. Death and horror and eaters and... Ah! People are not doing okay. Well, learn anything worth sharing? I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not. What we saw that day, what he did to us, there's no moving on from that. What's your connection to this village? Well, I was planning to tell you the whole story eventually, but I suppose now is as good a time as any. I was born and raised in Bright. Lacking any real prospect, I eked out a living as a hunter. Might have tried my hand at something more exciting had I not also been trying to provide for the love of my life, Melinda. It was about a year ago that she accepted a commission from this Yulmoran trader. Bloke dealt mostly in antiques, and he had this bracelet in need of restoration. Bloody old with a questionable provenance, but supposedly it once belonged to royalty or some such. The Fangs of Orthos, he called it. Me and her had been talking about tying the proverbial knot, buying land, building a home, that sort of thing. Around here that might not take much, but it was still a lot more than we had. So when the trader made this offer, she didn't hesitate to say yes. I'd gone down to the shipyards to pick up extra tools and materials she needed for the work. Quality stuff, but it'd pay it for itself 10 times over. But when I got back to Wright, the Kaiosine had been busy. I spied at least a few dozen newborn eaters fluttering about, trying to make sense of their new lot. The grandmother who lived next door and shared fruits of her orchard with us, the gruff woodsman who'd brought firewood to our doorstep in the dead of winter, both of them reduced to mindless fiends, just like that. There wasn't time to mourn or to think. I started looking for Melinda. And then there she was, alive and well. Our eyes met, and we knew it was going to be all right. We ran for each other, and even now, a year later, it doesn't feel real. One moment she was there, right there, in front of me, and the next she was... The Kaiosine knelt and took the Fangs of Orthos, then left, leading a host of sin-eaters out of Wright. But Melinda, I still couldn't see her as anything else. She wouldn't budge. She just hovered there and stared, waiting for me to end it. Well, I could never say no to her. Not once in the years we'd been together. For all the time she'd welcomed me home with a bowl of hot stew. All the time she laughed at my crude jokes and gave me counsel when I was losing my way. For all that and more, I killed her. I swore then and there I'd have my vengeance. The Kaiosine would die by my hand. I carved the scars in my flesh to mirror the ones he left on my soul, an enduring reminder of the vows that I never dare stray from the path. There, all done. No need to wallow in it. Wouldn't want my tragic yet trite tale to put you off our hunt. Still with me to the end, sinner? That's the spirit. Still, I've some unfinished business here, so if you could give me a moment before we resume, I would be most grateful. Well, time's up, bucko. 2 seconds. Sorry to have kept you waiting, sinner. I'm sure you're eager to get back to it, as am I. Trouble is, in your absence, I have failed to turn up any information as to the whereabouts of the Kaiosine. There is one line of inquiry I've yet to pursue, though. Yeah, that's kind of I guess it's kind of a prerequisite for becoming a Dark Knight. The Fangs of Orthus. The bracelet my beloved was supposed to restore and that the Eater took with him when he left Right. Sin Eaters are mindless fiends driven only by base instinct. Everyone knows that. They've no need for worldly possessions. Yet Dikaiosin took the bracelet anyway, which can only mean that there's something unique about this particular antique. Or the sinless bastard's somehow different from the rest of his ilk. Either way, I think we need to learn more about the Fangs of Orthus, and I know just the man to ask, the Yomoran trader who commissioned Melinda's services. Much as I'd like to question him myself, though, I don't think that's an option. Even though Dikaiosin's attack a year ago is common knowledge, I doubt the trader will believe that an Eater stole his precious trinket. He's more likely to accuse me of theft and have me clapped in irons. So I'm afraid you'll have to go in my stead, Duache. Melinda said he was a regular at the Beehive, so try looking for him there first. All dark nights except for me. Yeah, fair enough. And Duache has also been through some shit. She just had a relatively happy childhood and pretty cool friends she could rely on in the form of the Scions. Oh. This what the kids call docking? Where are my emotes? There we go. I am out of sync. Oh no, I have to go. I'm a disgrace. Lookout point. Gimme. What kind of lame-ass pole dance is this? Do better. And what do I owe the pleasure of? That is your company? The Fangs of Orthus, you say? How very interesting. I should be glad to tell you everything that I know, under the assumption that, should you recover it, you will see it return to its rightful owner at once. I purchased the bracelet from a traveling peddler who claimed it was a relic of Verbert, that glorious kingdom that fell with the flood like so many others. He spoke true from what I could tell, and I intended to sell it to a collector here for a tidy profit, after having it properly restored by an artisan in Right. Alas, she was one of several casualties of a Sin Eater attack, during which the Fangs of Orthus mysteriously vanished. I have of course been keeping in touch with several contacts on the off chance that the thief might attempt to sell it. They have not, regrettably, but a piece of similar design did recently surface in Mortsuk, I am told. I was planning to dispatch an agent to investigate, but you seem more than capable of fulfilling that role. As for incentive, you may be assured that any information that aids me in the acquisition of the Fangs of Orthus or similar relics will be well rewarded. Such a typical man. He does a lame-ass pole dance, yet he's front and center on the stage while our queens are working their asses off and they have to be on the sides. Fucking bullshit. So, what did our industrious patron have to say? So he thinks it was stolen, eh? Just as well. We'd probably not know where to head next if it wasn't for his distrusting nature. Don't. You can do it if you want. If this piece of similar design is related to the Fangs of Orthus, then it might attract the Kaiosine's attention. Assuming it hasn't already. Let's go. What are you gonna do with it? Expose me for being right? I'm not afraid of that. Fine weather we're having today in Mortsuk, isn't it? No such thing as a thing without value. That's the creed of these folks. We'll find no shortage of verbitite trinkets here. Finding the right one, on the other hand, is the challenge. I say divide and conquer, as before. Ugh. Well met, well met. How may I be of service to you? Oh ho! A choker that once belonged to verbitite royalty, you say? If only I had such a remarkable treasure in my possession. But no, I do not. In all my years here, I have never even heard of someone unearthing such a thing. Yes, do you have business with me, traveler? Ah, the verbitite choker. Is that what all this fuss is about? Then you're in luck, for my husband has yet to sell it. Once we realized how valuable it was, though, he insisted on carrying it with him at all times. If you're not willing to wait for him to return, you should try to find him at the ruins where he's scavenging for relics. They're not far. Hey, grandson? You got a husband with a wife. There's a problem. What news, friend? Ha! To think it was that easy. You've the luck of the Fae. But we need to hurry. If my theory is correct, then so long as that scavenger has a choker, he's a target for Dikaiosine. Oh, look at that. The flood wall is no longer glowing. Mercy! Mercy! Take whatever you want, but please don't kill me. I have a family. Please, I beg you, Ah! Please, please. Grandson, got some bad news for you. Whoa. Big boy. Oh, this is so cute! I love the Sabotender. Hey, dude. Shame you missed the fun. This one bit off more than he could chew. Probably because it was a newborn. You can tell by the lingering vestiges of intelligence and self. Can see it in their eyes. Like when Dikaiosin... Don't tell me you saw him. Yeah, and he took the fucking necklace. Wicked white, and he took the choker too. Damn it all. He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. It's just like right. I was too late to save him. Just like I was too late to save her. But not again. Never again. I'll hunt you to the end of the world, Dikaiosin. Vengeance will be mine. Right. Yes. Neither the time nor the place. More eaters could be about. It's just, every time I cut one down, it reminds me of my first. Of her. That's rough, buddy. Look at the Fae. Maybe we should just call in Feo-ul. Like, Feo-ul, smash this fool. Please. We may have failed to stop him this time, but what matters is that we'll both live to see another day. Pity the scavenger didn't, and the wife doesn't yet know she's become a widow. Sod it. I'll tell her what happened. I've been there, so maybe it'll help me to find the right words. Not that there ever are any. Afterwards, I'll have a good think about our next step. Don't let me keep you from your other affairs, Toache. We'll speak again soon. Hey there, Sinner. I broke the bad news to the widow of that scavenger while you were away. She took it about as well as you can expect. After she cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband had got it. Seems he and his mates took a trip to Ilmeg a year or so back, hoping to cart off all the Verbatite treasures they could carry from an untouched ruin they'd learned about. Of course, in their greed they neglected to account for the Fey folk, who killed or drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they'd stumbled upon a remarkable find: 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. They escaped with 2, the Fangs of Orthus being one of them, which was sold by another scavenger to Yulmoran. Either that merchant you met at the Beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. So the merchant gives it over to Melinda for restoration, after which the Kaiosine attacks Right, presumably because he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavenger here in Murtsuk keeps the choker, the Eyes of Orthus, locked away for safekeeping, and when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to the here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point there's no denying that the Kaiosine has been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't already claimed the 3rd one, the Claws of Orthus, then I say we should get our hands on it first and use it to lure him out of hiding. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the Fairy Kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not like to be treated any better. I've traveled to Ilmag before. Time for Morphe. Have you now? And the little devils let you go? I can only assume they've taken a liking to you. That settles it then. We'll head to Ilmeg and ask after this Verbatite ring. Weehaw! Oh wait, Ilmeg. What a remarkably uneventful trip. I kept jumping at shadows, waiting for eaters or foul demons or worse to attack. Though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're going to have to deal with them eventually if we're going to find this ring. After all, the Nummo were part of Verbatite society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to even begin our search. Perhaps there's a village of some sort you can guide us to. Well, there's Plaeni. Plaeni, eh? Well, very well. Lead on, Sinner. They're just like, he stinks and smells of metal. I hate it. So they're staying away. Also, it's foggy in Ilmeg right now because... I think because I'm in New Game Plus mode. Because that puts the area like back in its first state. And when we first got here, there was fog. But no matter. That's alright. Something about your demeanor bespeaks a question unasked. Have I the right of it? A ring that belongs to the royal family of Verbert, and it was called the Claws of Orthus. But Verbert is long gone, as are the caretakers of the ring you seek. Who can say where it might have got to? Oh, hello there. You have questions for me? The Claws of Orthus. It's a ring, you say? The name I've heard before, but I know nothing save that. Oh, Sulul served the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they will have knowledge of this treasure you seek. They're so cute! I love them. I want to pet them. I think they love being pet. Had yourself a conversation, R3? Learn anything interesting? So this Sul-Ul is the one we ought to speak with, eh? A former servant of the royal family. Which would mean they've lived well over a century. Bugger me. If you insist. Grandson gets pegged. Canon. I do not know you, yet you seem to know me. Oh, echo time. The fifth was discovered yesterday. A young girl not yet of age, transformed into a misshapen beast like the others before her. As if we needed more proof of a pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me you at least learned something from this one. I studied her remains myself. 'Twas plain a powerful magic had been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long after. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honor as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn or show signs, without hesitation. But these are our kith and kin. Should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse their transformation can be found? Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Verbert, did you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us, was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what must needs be done? It pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be to invite death into this castle. Death is already here. Surely you must see that. I will not let it be whispered that Princess Saldia turned a blind eye to her people's suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weighs upon every Verbettide soul, mine most of all. And that is why I will take charge of this investigation myself. My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So am I to gamble with their lives instead? Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high? Yes, exactly. You are their princess. You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit? A rather promising one from what the captain has told me. You will attend to me personally. My lady. You heard me. I will not stand idly by when I have the power to make a difference. Together we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demand. Lady Saldia, I understand. Forgive me my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right. There's no telling when our culprit will strike again, so we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come. Now? Lady Saldia! Lady Saldia! Me too. Ever the stubborn child. I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You will need it and more. Hey, are you alright? The way you were holding your head, as if racked by a terrible pain. What happened to you just now? Lady Saldia, you saw her with your mind's eye. Then it is as I suspected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean she's like Brandon? Why have you come to me? What is it you seek? I see. And for this hunt of yours you have come to Ilmeg in search of the claws of Orthus. I'm afraid that is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the Eater you seek. There's a spot in the river not far from here in which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. As for you, I have questions. Nom. I'm not a sin eater if that's what you're worried about, grandson. But I am pretty cool. Oh, no, right. The day I made Duache in the character creator, I was just like, oh, jackpot. She looks so good. I'm so attached to her. Bop. Boom, boom, boom. The beasts are no more, then? Good, good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for they were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood, victims of the curse you heard us speak of in your vision. So this curse transforms people into monsters? Like how sin eaters can spawn more of their own kind. I will speak no more of this or other matters until after you've completed the task I set before you. This is not negotiable, grandson. Duache accepted my terms, and so must you. So secretive, the both of you. Can't we all just speak plain? Your comrade refuses to acknowledge his situation. This may take time, but I am patient. Indeed, I have dealt with many a stubborn child in my life. Exemplary timing, Duache. 'Twas not more than a moment ago that grandson returned, having at last obliged my humble request. Humble request my ass. This one's no better than a Yomoran aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding. I tell you, there's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog. Ere you continue and give me cause to reconsider aiding your hunt, perhaps you should ask your questions. Fine. Duache said she saw a vision of you and Brandon looking thick as thieves. You are friends, eh? Know what he's up to now? Brandon is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the eater that took possession of his corpse. The Kaiosine, aye. But unlike most eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For some reason he's been hunting down royal treasures of old verbiage. And he's been killing anyone who got in his way. Is he now? What irony. Even in death he remains a slave to duty. A knight brave and true. He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it said otherwise. He ruined my life. Killed my beloved right in front of my very eyes. Every night I go to bed dreaming of the day I'll take my revenge. Oh, I see. Truly, you have suffered a terrible loss. But while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it is ultimately misguided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, the Kaiosine is nevertheless no more than an eater. To hate him is to hate the sea that claims the ship, the disease that steals the child, the tremor that topples the home, the mindless force of nature that begets destruction, driven by fragmented memory. Don't you dare make excuses for him. You think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword, and now I've got to kill one of the bloody cardinal virtues. Hate and anger and vengeance are all I've got now. My every waking moment is dedicated to plotting his death. It has to be. It has to be. So just tell us where the goddamn ring is and we'll be on our way. This is how it has to be, Who you have to be? Nay, I think not. You ask too much, demand far, far too much. In exchange for what? This I cannot abide. Are you trying to barter with me? You little shite? Tell me what I want to know or I'll beat it out of you. Hey dude. Back off, Toache. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and Melinda's murderer. Oh, really? Brandon was a dear friend. To know that an eater disgraces his flesh and his memory pains me more than I can well express. It would bring me great comfort if you were to grant him peace. Yeah, he's a little intense. I should like to share with you a story. If you would be so kind as to join me in Li Gie. This had better have a point. He needs to slow his roll. I feel like I'm in Dark Knight's story again. I'm having so much fun with the voice acting. Oh no, look. There's no more fog. There was just fog. Thank you. It's beautiful, even now. A palace of forgotten dreams. But before it was Le Gie, in the time of Verbert, it was Grünes Licht. Green light. Nice. The memory of mine in which you walked was of a troubled time, when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious fool. Brandon, then a young knight who had only just won his spurs, had caught the eye of Princess Saldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. However, he was far too inexperienced, and was unable to keep her safe when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood, and shortly thereafter he quit Verbert. I thought I would never see him again. Then one day he returned, one of several wandering adventures led by a man named Ardbert, who had accepted our invitation to look into the mysterious transformations, which had continued unabated in Brandon's absence. Lady Saldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. And then came the day when we learned the truth. When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the court mage, Tadric. I love these memories. It's him, Brandon. I'm sorry. So am I. Come, let's have done with it. He doesn't look evil at all. It was you, Tadric. Do not deny it. Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters. And for what? Brandon, Brandon, Brandon. And after I took such pains to be rid of you. I kind of love it though. You know what to expect, right? You may strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Saldia until my dying breath. As you like. Once I have killed you and your friends, there will be no one left to stop me from claiming the throne. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning is at hand. Rejoice, for in noble sacrifice shall you find everlasting glory. Lord Tadric, it hurts. Soon you shall know no more pain. I was going to make it quick, for old time's sake, but now I think I ought to take my time. Let's go! For all your crimes and more, you will pay. The direct approach isn't working. Your feeble tricks are no match for my magics. He's drawing upon the ether of his thralls. Kill them! Poor bastards. That's what you get for trusting a court mage. Random, bring them all in close. Here he comes. Bap. Such an incredible display of strength, the stuff of legends. There's no escape, Tadric. Surrender. Well, will I still have so many lives at my disposal? I think not. Come, children, in that shall your meaningless lives find glory. I'll defend Lamit. Brandon, go to Nielberg. Now, burn bright for me and die, die, die! How many more must die for your vanity? Brandon, don't let him cast that spell. Do whatever it takes. Which one? This one. Interrupt. You are most tenacious, but everyone has their limits. The attack is too much for one person to take. We have to stand together. Bop. Your end is nigh. Sacrifice is too great to claim what is right by right mine. Rise, my children, rise and defend me. Tadric! Surely no one can harness such a massive torrent of ether. Such obedient children to offer up their lives in sacrifice. Unrepentant till the last. This madness dies with you. Haha, what is a life but a medium for my magics? How much longer can you hold the line, I wonder? The bastard's keen to drag this out. We can't keep this up forever. Everyone, now's our chance to turn the tide. I've still got a few arrows in my quiver. Brandon, bring them all into the center like before. There they go. See that, Tadric? You're next. Time to thin the herd, starting with that dwarf, perhaps. Don't you touch her, you bastard. Brandon, we have to defend Lamits at all costs. Whew, thank you both. I tire of these theatrics. Let's end this farce right here and now. This castle will be your tomb. He's channeling vast quantities of ether. Whatever he's preparing, we cannot let him finish. You heard Lamit. We have to stop him. Don't ask for mercy, Tadric. You won't get it. Up. We did it. Meddlesome wretch. This kingdom is by rights mine. Brandon, what's the meaning of this? Tadric, you... But why, after serving us faithfully for so many years? I am no servant. No servant. Not of your mother or father or you. My lady! Gods damn you! Maybe cut off his head just to be sure. Lady Soldia, speak to me. Brandon, my dear brave Brandon, am I your princess still? Would you honor your vows even now? Now and ever after, my lady, my sword is yours to command. That as well. Would that I had the strength to wield it myself. Steel your heart, brave Brandon, and for the good of Verbert and her people. No. No, no, I cannot. I will not. Honor your vows to your kingdom, to your princess. Big ol' hands. That's a design. To your friend, who never doubted you, who knew that you would return and see justice. Justice. No, it should be me. Brandon, my sword, now and ever after. Man. We've rounded up the rest of Tadric's co-conspirators and tossed them into jail. The ones who hadn't been corrupted by his magics, that is. What's with that smirk, lady? I'll not hesitate again. No matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. If you would have told me in the Heavensward patches when I first played them that I would actually come to care about this character, I would have called you stupid. But here we are. Well, you saw what happened. Wicked White. She begged him to do it, like Melinda. Come, let us quit this place and return to Plaini. Hmm. Yeah, I think the next one's gonna be the last one. I don't know, are you pressed for time, or do you think we can still do that one? Or would you rather save it for next time? Either way would be totally fine by me. Okay. Then we'll just finish up the tank stuff today. And leave it at that. Ooh, folding laundry. I should fold my laundry. It's been in a laundry basket for like 2 weeks. Yikes. You know why I entered into the royal family's service many long years ago? Because when I was attacked by a wild beast which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Soldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that is a debt that can never be repaid, for there is naught in this world which holds greater value than life itself. Not even her death absolves me of it, and so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires, what she would want for me and her kingdom, for Brandon, and yes, even for you, grandson. For me? To define oneself in opposition to the other, another bereft of complexity and nuance, wholly devoid of redeeming qualities, a villain. Indeed, there is comfort and certainty in hatred. But it is a false and fleeting comfort, bought with lies we tell ourselves about who we are, what we must be, what we must do. And never you mind the cost. If anything, the more we offer up in sacrifice, the better. Do you not see? Brandon was right to hesitate, to doubt. The unwavering blade cares not whom it serves, nor who it cuts. I think I need a moment. Perhaps you do as well. Leave us for now, Doache. Grandson, I have given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here, and where it invariably leads all who walk it. I didn't know what to do after I'd lost Melinda, how to mourn her or how to live. I felt that if I put it all on Dikaiosine, put my everything into the hunt, that at least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out and fill up the hole with hate. Forget who I was. And the irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago too, isn't it? Hard men making hard choices. What rot. Hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared. Let that love guide you. You're right. I don't need the hate. Never did. I'll finish it for Melinda. And for Brandon. And then I'll move on. Move on, you say? I can't live off hate. Shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. And the more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow, pity. Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they lived. Aye, something like that. Reckon Doache would agree. And Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me 12 times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. Or maybe you've been thinking about doing that in her stead, eh? A little bit. Apologies for treating you with such disrespect before, Sulul. I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it. Recognizing your faults is the first and foremost and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the Claws of Orthus. The ring, together with the bracelet and choker, were 3 relics passed down through the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Saldia was the last of her line, and after her death, they were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago, a band of thieves learned of its existence. The ones who stole the fangs and eyes of Orthus? Yes. The relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, the Kaiosine was then able to sense their presence. Even in death, a slave to duty, you said. You think he pursued the thieves out of an instinctive loyalty to his princess? That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden. Only 2 of the 3 were taken, then the 3rd is still... Claim the Claws of Orthus and he will surely come for you, yes. Team Gyos is where you must go. Once you arrive at the place I marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you. Thank you, Sulul. I promise we will bring your friend peace. With me, sinner. And may you find peace as well, child. Do, 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 do. Yep, all Dark Knights have to learn this lesson. You can't sustain your life through hate, you stupid bitch. It's love that you gotta live for. We had to jam that into Sidurgu's skull. Now we gotta do it with Grandson. Where are the Moogles to help me out? Well, at least we have the Numo. They are about as cute. If not better, because they got those fluffy little tails. You toss the powder into the air, and as it slowly settles onto the earth, and as twinkling motes of light, a coffer begins to take shape. Treasure chest. Bling. Nice. This must be the Claws of Orthus. All that's left is to decide when and where we want to confront the Ether. No, or he could just make that choice for us. Or we could deal with it here and now. Speak of the devil and he shall appear. Hey there, old man. I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I know your story. I know this isn't you. And I know that if Lady Soldia was here, she'd say the same thing. It'll all be over soon, I promise you. Come, let's put the poor bastard out of his misery. Grandson of the Mournful Blade. What the? Did he do that? Ah. Well, that's hardly fair. Hold on, Sinner. This is surprisingly complicated. Still with me? Ah! Stop stepping in AoE's grandson, please. Something doesn't smell right. Stand back. Shit. Tough old bastards, isn't he? But I'm no slouch myself. Oh, come on, not again. Looks like it's my turn. I'm counting on you, Sinner. Oh! What did you send? Aw. Yeah, me too. Get him, Frey. There we go. Damn either. Let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. Oh, this crystal. Finally. You watching, Melinda? Now, and ever after, my Lady Soldia, my sword is yours to command. Brandon, he's still in there. I'll not hesitate again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait, is he trapped in the memory still? You're wrong, Brandon. That's not what she would want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. But that would make me lesser in your eyes, wouldn't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No, I will not forsake compassion and love. I will not dishonor your memory. Oh, my Lady Soldia. Yeah. Character growth. He's gone. And with that, the 3 treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now we just got to find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Give them to Feo. Least we can do for the princess and her knight, am I right? Maybe Soul will have some ideas. Let's head back to Plan A. Yeah, once you realize something like, oh no, this is not helping me. And it probably wasn't helping him either. Veronica says, be nice now or I will eat you. You will become Pinocchio. Hello! Welcome! We have finished Shadowbringers and we are now doing the role quests before moving on to the patches. And we've just finished the tank role quests. Oh, they're so cute. It is done. Brandon has been laid to rest. You saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask? No, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend, I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided at last? I suppose so. Though, to be honest, I have felt like I made peace with him before we even fought. Because you finally saw him for what he was, and accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought. Ha! Easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with the bloke. By the way, I've brought you some gifts. The 3 royal relics of Verbert. Then Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker. And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Soldia and her knight would have wanted, I reckon. Yes, of course. That their souls may sleep soundly forevermore, we shall enshrine these relics for all eternity. Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'll have to take, but afterwards I'd like to speak with you back in the usual spot in the Crystarium. He sure has. Be well, Soul. That's such a good outfit. I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. Few can find the strength to overcome such terrible tragedy, but he did. As have you, on no few occasions, I am sure. It has been a pleasure, Dwache. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an old fool prattle on and on. Alright. Oh, Crystarium. Let's go to the Crystarium. Yeah, we named the whale Veronica back in Stormblood, I think. I love Veronica. Veronica is the most important member of my team. Absolutely. Well met, Sinner. Glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back to when I first came here, thinking only of the Kaiosine and my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs that I didn't realize I was only pushing others away. Glenard was the only one who saw through the facade. He's a perceptive one, took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I have yet to thank you properly, Dwache. I owe you so much for sticking with me to the end. So, what's next for you, Sinner? Good question. Can't say I feel at home here or in Wright or anywhere else, so I might spend some time on the road. I may not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most, and there's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Hells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wound up doing in the end? So, let's not call it a goodbye. Let's just say, until the next hunt. Hehe. Bye, guy. Wheresoever you go, may you find shade, sinner. Well, and that was the Tank Roll quest. Pretty good, right? Yeah, I think next stream we would probably be able to do 2, since we had like other stuff as well this stream, and then the last one we can just trashy enough. Yeah, I like him as well. Not enough to put him in Meow Meow territory, but I reserve that for other characters. Yeah. They're very territorial. Zeon? Xenos. Or do you want to fight Zeon? That's okay. Extremely funny character. Yeah, I like Xenos in a, oh, you are so fucked up, I want to study you way. I'm gonna put you in a jar and shake it. That sounds like a Black Sails character. Pirate name. Alright. Well, I think that is going to be it for tonight. I'm not gonna have that many opportunities to stream this week, so unless Myth, you'd be okay with a Friday stream, I think we're just gonna have to wait until next week. Because I work evenings and then I have a dinner as well, so There go my free evenings. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Ah, so no prep. Fair enough. Well, then we can just say, let me just double check my schedule. Yeah, then let's say, oh, thank you. Let's say next stream is gonna be on Friday then. We're gonna do the physical DPS and magical DPS quests. And then the stream after that, which is gonna be on next Monday, we're gonna do healer quests, and then we're gonna start on the patches. So yeah. Good stream today. So glad to have finally been able to show you the end of Shadowbringers. Still, I think Endwalker is my fave, but Shadowbringers is just so good. Lots of feelsings. Okay. So, thank you for being here, you too. You as well, Faith, even if it was only just a little bit. I appreciate it. And I will see you Friday. Goodbye, goodbye. Oh yeah, feel free to join on Friday, no worries. I'll see you then. Bye bye!